The final episode of Friday Night Smackdown has come and gone for the Fox network. And now Smackdown moves back to USA starting next week. And I, for one, am a very happy wrestling fan. My experience when it comes to Smackdown on Fox has been tumultuous. That's the right word for it. Not a great experience. The debut episode alone, not saying it was all bad. It was nice seeing The Rock make his return with Becky to take it to King Corbin. Oh, God. When you look back on the list of horrible gimmicks outside of bum-ass Baron Corbin, those gimmicks alone made this, 5-year deal? This 5-year span a horrible ride for me. Just saying. Let alone Brock Lesnar beating Kofi Kingston in 8 seconds. I have still not gotten over that at all. I hate it. I hate that that's how we kicked off this lovely relationship. But in all honesty, when I think about SmackDown on Fox, have there been some great episodes? Yes. Roman Reigns and his heel run, to me, has to be the center point, the main drive for the viewership, for all of the best angles to come out of SmackDown these past 5 years. Because quite frankly, outside of Roman's heel turn, maybe a couple of storylines here and there stand out. SmackDown's tenure on Fox is not going to be remembered. And I'm not just saying that because of the whack-ass censorship, the blacking out, and the cuts, and the muting. You would think the same network that gave us The Simpsons, and I think Family Guy too, right? Oh, those don't get censored. And those are not necessarily kid shows either. But WWE, or you're PG. Nah, the crowd's chanting, holy S, holy beep. You know what I mean? I understand words like the F word, or other kind of edgy sayings. I get that. But really? Shit? I mean, football. I've watched football games where football players have yelled obscene phrases, and it doesn't get bleeped. But I guess because WWE's PG, we have to really emphasize that it's for kids when it's really not. Just because it says PG doesn't mean that it's only for kids. Yeah, the blackouts were ridiculous. I'm sorry. But congratulations to WWE for getting that bag. They got their billion, and they out. Never again do we need to mess with Fox. Right back to the USA Network SmackDown goes, and honestly, that's where it needs to stay. Now, as you guys know, Monday Night Raw will be moving to Netflix, so this relationship that the WWE has with USA having Raw and SmackDown, and also NXT, trust me, it's very temporary. You'll be okay. But I prefer to have USA Network anyways, because they're not as strict with censorship. They do censor. They do censor the crowds here and there, but you're not going to see them black out the screen because someone gave another guy a middle finger. You know what I mean? I think we'll be okay. And then when we get to Netflix, we don't have to worry about anything being censored. That's going to be the Wild Wild West. Can't wait for that. But yeah, guys, that's it. Fox, WWE have ended their relationship, and the WWE is better for it. And so are we as wrestling fans. So we will definitely talk about the final episode of SmackDown. It's not going to be a big review. I thought overall the episode was, it's alright. Basically setting up the real SmackDown that we have to care about. The debut on USA Network. So we'll basically run through what happened on SmackDown. But ultimately, I want to take tonight's stream to not only talk about some big news coming out of the world of wrestling, including the docuseries with Vince McMahon and some updates I have for you on that, but also just kind of talk about the future of WWE going into 2025. It's going to be a big transition for them. So this is going to be a very fun stream. I hope you guys stay tuned and you stick around. I'm going to answer all your questions. If you have some, give them to me in the live chat. But also, give me your grades on SmackDown and your thoughts on the upcoming topics when we get to them. But let's go ahead and get things rolling here. I'm not going to give you a long intro. I want to hit the ground running. So let's go ahead and get to the sponsorship, say hello to the people, give shout outs, plug my stuff, and then we'll do the wrestling news, and then the review, and then I'll get out of your hair. Sounds good? Sweet! So thank you all for joining me right here in Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're in it! Help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. You can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alyx Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Check me out on Discord. Continue the conversation on Discord with other wrestling fans. Also, check out the audio podcast on whatever platform you get your audio podcasts. But most importantly, before you do any of that, be sure you follow me on TikTok, because I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalyxsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi and get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Teams at Teespring. Or are you a Just Alyx guy? To get you an I'm a Just Alyx guy t-shirt right now, hot off the press. Get you an old school Gillette Smith t-shirt, get you a new school Alyx's World t-shirt, and many, many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way very, very, very soon. Thank you all for continuing to be a part of Alyx's World. As always, I want to thank the people and Mint Mobile Land for partnering with me on this lovely broadcast. If you are someone that's looking for a reliable mobile plan that's also affordable, because you got these big tech companies giving you these great mobile plans that are killing your bank in the hundreds. Wouldn't it be fair to have good quality for something you can afford? Mint Mobile is here to give you that. Check it out. You can have the same quality as name one, T-Mobile, as Verizon, as AT&T, whatever phone service you have. Imagine having that same quality for only $15 a month. What? I said that right. I said a 15, 1 5. 10 plus 5 is what? $15 a month. Not 15, but $15 a month. Great service. I guarantee you. Try it out. You won't regret it. You don't even need to switch your mobile plan. You can just sign up and you can have it. You know what? I'm not going to put the cart before the horse. Let's go ahead and get a quick word from the partners. And I'll see you guys for shout-outs. This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies.
Why you don't like to watch and recap NXT? Will you want to recap NXT on October 1st and 8th?
You couldn't have waited to ask this, Sam. You had to interrupt the sponsorship, the partnership. Look, I already talked about why I don't want to talk about NXT. But if it makes you feel better, I will be reviewing the debut episode of CW. So we don't have to worry about that. Outside of the debut episode, we'll have to see how the first episode impresses me. Like I was saying, here's a quick word from our partner. And before I do that, let me pause Super Chats just to make sure that doesn't happen again. Don't want them to get upset that this was interrupted by a Super Chat. So here we go again. Mint Mobile.
This video is partnered by Mint Mobile. Like many of you, I've been trying to cut back on expenses lately, but let's be real. It's tough when you got things to do and you don't want to give them up. But sometimes you have to make those sacrifices to pay your phone bill and satisfy the big tech companies. That was until I discovered Mint Mobile. Mint Mobile offers premium wireless services starting as low as $15 a month. With Mint Mobile, you can get high-speed data plus unlimited talk and text on the nation's largest 5G network. The best part? You get to keep your phone and even the phone number. Now, if you do want to purchase your own phone, they do have phones available on the website, which you can get through the link. The internet service is reliably fast. It's so seamless, I put it up there with any other network on the market. Now, some of you might think switching to a new service is a hassle. Let me reassure you, this is only going to take you 15 minutes to set up. You could literally do it right now from your phone, no need to leave your house or contact anybody.
And if your device does not support eSIM, then Mint Mobile will personally ship you a physical SIM card.
So if you're like me and you want to save a little bit of money without sacrificing anything, use the link trymintmobile.com/justAlex and start your wireless plan today as low as $15 a month. Don't lose out on this opportunity. Start saving money by switching to Mint Mobile today.
Thank you all so much for being here. Show some love to the Mod Squad. Ultra! Sean Nice and Firestar Heart. Elias, a demon. New Japan Pro Wrestling Girl. Khalil does everything. Everything. Highway dealing a danger. Yeah! Dealing danger. And of course, Big MGM, because they help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like me. As always, be sure you like the video. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So boost that algorithm by hitting that like button. Hello to the following people. I see JJ, who let the dogs out? Who? JJ Bulldog in his house. The only thing I care about was LA Knight, yeah, with Andrade and Carmelo Hayes, and that's about it. I mean, it was a fun segment. I thought the best thing about SmackDown was the one thing that everyone hated. We'll talk about that in a second. Thank you for being here, Janelle. Thanks for being here, Big Fat Orange Cat. So, Garfield. I'm gonna call you Garfield. That's what your name is now. Deal with it. We got, can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Dawsey Chatham. Dawsey, we gotta get you a nickname, buddy. You here all the time and you don't have a nickname. I don't like that. DC, Dawsey Chatham. That's your nickname. DC. Mr. DC, Dawsey Chatham. We'll make it work. Wayface Killer, Joseph Winters. I see YouTube member Xavier Jackson, Anthony A. Debit, money. Debit Money Adams. Dwayne Sweetney. I also see, if I scroll down a little bit more, Sam Peebo, thank you for your donation earlier, by the way, sir. You're awesome. CT Hill, Sunset Jaden, Adam Ritter, Quentin Blackman. Where have you been? It's been a minute, Mr. Quentin Blackman. All you people coming back out of nowhere. Joe Arredondo, let's do a couple more. Joe Arredondo, Pikachu, a black. And the last one is going to go to... Who's it going to go to? I'm pretty sure there's someone in here I just randomly skipped over. Who's the first one? Let me go all the way up to the top. Well, that looks like... Nope, we got one here. Here we go. King Gamer Worldwide. Gotcha. All right. To all the people I missed, please don't be offended. It ain't nothing personal. I have a large, let me watch my words here. A large list of content to talk about. Yeah, I was gonna say something else. I was gonna get a lot of that's what she said. I'm glad I caught myself. Anyways, we got a lot to talk about. We have some like a big list of wrestling news to get through, and I don't want to waste too much of your time here, and I have a place to be afterwards. So we're gonna go ahead and move things along. Pausing super chats. Please go ahead and still donate. We will get to those super chats at the end of the stream. Actually, you know what? Tonight, screw it. Super chats are going to be on. I'm not going to stop you. You can just donate, and if it interrupts me, it is what it is. And yeah, Big Fat Orange categories, you are now Garfield. Deal with it. And he's dealing with it. Sweet. Thank you all for being here. Please hit that like button. Let's get right to it. I had a chance to listen to the Logan Paul interview with Hulk Hogan. Yeah, I was able to sit through a Logan Paul interview without tearing out my ears. As you can see, they're still intact. I'm kinda regretting it. No, I'm not kinda. I'm really regretting it. Why did I put myself through that? Why did I do that? Every time I hear him speak, I question why we even continue to entertain this a-hole. But for the first time, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I don't think I've ever met anyone that made Logan Paul look like less of an a-hole. Maybe that's because I don't watch a lot of his stuff. But from the wrestling interviews that I've watched involving Logan Paul on his Impulsive, literally every person that he's interviewed has come out looking like an angel, including Dominic Mysterio, and Logan Paul continues to look like an asshole until his interview with Hulk Hogan. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but Hulk Hogan managed, brother, to put over Logan Paul and make him look like a babyface. Holy shit. This interview. First off, speaking of babyface, Hulk Hogan literally told Logan Paul to his face that one day, brother, he can see him being the top babyface in wrestling. Not WWE, but wrestling. Ha! Now he's just kissing ass to get attention and stay on his radar, right? In this same interview, Hulk Hogan was talking about shoots and kayfabe. Or work. What was it? It was a work or a shoot, right? He was talking about works and shoots. And Logan Paul was like, what? What's that, brother? And Logan was like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what shoot and work means. And I think Hulk Hogan was like me when I first heard that. I'm like, Logan, shut up. You know what it means. And then after a while, he kept saying it. Like, I really don't know what it means. And you're like, wait a minute. You've been doing this for 2 years, almost 3 years. No one has told you what work and shoot means? This guy was a former champion. He can't even bother to just search it himself. I mean, that's not as bad as Hulk Hogan saying fans are very forgiving because they forgave Chris Benoit. I'm not making this up. Hulk Hogan literally said, word for word, if Chris Benoit can do the crap he did and the fans still love him, they're very forgiving. I've made some mistakes in my personal life, but they're very forgiving. We're moving on. There was more. We're not going to talk about this anymore. For the record, fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Fuck him. This man has fallen off really hard. And yes, I was a childhood fan. He was one of my childhood heroes as a wrestling fan. Not anymore. This man has completely lost all kinds of respect. Not just from the wrestling aspect, but personally and also politically. Fuck Hulk Hogan. Seriously. Ric Flair is the best. I'm over it, man. Maybe he'll calm down after the election, but right now he is unbearable. I hate the fact that he signed a 5-year deal. He signed a 5-year contract with WWE, so we gotta deal with him. We're stuck with him. Hopefully it's just a Legends contract and he just appears for media and doesn't show up on TV. And yes, Bret Hart is also better than Hulk Hogan. Speaking of Bret Hart, Spoiler, if you guys didn't read the news, Bret Hart will indeed be on this week's Monday Night Raw live in Calgary. I would think he would be. What's he doing? We have no idea. I'm assuming he's going to be involved with Punk and Drew. That just makes the most sense. Maybe he'll be involved with Gunther. We'll find out. We will definitely find out about that. Oh boy. Let's get this one out of the way. In continuation from a story I brought up on Monday, Odyssey Jones. Yep. Odyssey Jones reportedly was removed from the website roster. Everyone was losing their minds over this. Oh my God, what happened? Did he get fired? Why did he get fired? What was the reason? We didn't know. Fightful Select said it was not a glitch, because usually if you see a photo or a wrestler's page get taken down, it's because the WWE is upgrading it or is updating it. And so usually when that happens, after 24 hours, it's back up, right? Well, his was taken down, and it wasn't back up. Also, he wasn't on Raw or the week before. And according to this piece of news, never again. So the reason why Odyssey Jones was taken off the website roster, and apparently the internal roster as well, is because he was fired. Odyssey Jones was fired by the WWE as a result of DV allegations, domestic violence allegations that surfaced. Apparently he's bipolar and he hits his significant other. That's what I hear. That's what I'm reading right here. Nothing has been proven. It's all allegations. But it surfaced, and of course the WWE acted very quickly and got rid of him. So let's get it out the way right now. If he did it, good riddance. Good riddance. Now imagine you being off TV for a full year. You get called up from NXT. And you don't get used for a full year. A full year. Nothing. They give him nothing. You finally get TV time and a very interesting high angle involving the New Day potentially breaking up. Fans are invested. And then you fuck it up. You fuck it up because you couldn't get your shit together. Now, I understand mental health is very serious and bipolar disorder is not something you should scoff at. I've had people in my family with bipolar disorder. Actually, I've had people with schizophrenia. You know, this is not something that you should not take seriously. How about that? So, while I can sympathize with his plight and issues, I'm not going to defend anyone that puts his hands on females. I'm sorry. We talked about this with, who was it? Nikki Bella and her husband last week. I don't give a shit what's wrong with you. You put your hand on a female, fuck you. Go to jail. Go to jail, get locked up, and get buried underneath the jail cell. And Odyssey Jones is a big-ass boy. He especially should not be putting his hands on anybody. With that being said, it's allegations. We have yet to see any kind of evidence. This isn't like Vince McMahon, where there's evidence everywhere. Like text messages and certain people coming out and defending Janel Grant over him. And then, of course, Vince getting fired. And then his own daughter voting against him. Like, that's all the evidence you need to know that what he's being accused of, he definitely did. Right? With Odyssey Jones, all we know is that WWE just fired him. We don't know anything about the situation, how serious it is. This might be an Enzo Amore issue where same thing happened with Enzo Amore. He was accused of sexual assault or some type of a SA or SH. Forgot which one it was. Regardless, they fired him, and then it came out that there were false allegations. So Enzo lost his job for nothing. This might be the same thing with Odyssey Jones. He might end up losing his job over nothing. It might be just like Velveteen Dream. We don't know. he could be proven innocent. If he's proven innocent, maybe they'll welcome him back. But I think if we're at the point where we're firing him, there must be something that we don't know that the WWE knows. Because they cut him immediately. It would be one thing if he wasn't involved in a storyline. I could understand them just letting him go. Even without evidence, right? This man was involved in a legit storyline. A legit storyline that was getting a lot of attention online. So for them to fire him, he must have really done something stupid, and they have evidence to prove that whatever's going on with this DV situation might actually have some water to it. If he did it, like I said, if he did it, good riddance, screw him, send him to jail, and bury him underneath the jail. Bury him underneath the entire prison. I don't feel bad for anybody that screws up their career like this. I just don't. I'm sorry, I don't. In other quick news, musician Wesley Isold? Did I say that right? Wesley Isold, the lead singer of American Nightmare, sues Cody Rhodes and WWE over the American Nightmare trademark. I'm not making this up. Says right here, punk rock musician Wesley Isold filed a lawsuit on Wednesday against Cody Rhodes, WWE, and the main merchandising partner, Fanatics. The complaint filed in federal court in California alleges trademark infringement, breach of contract, and intentional interference with contractual relations. Let me see here. ISO holds a trademark registered in 2016 for American Nightmare for the use in music, clothing, and entertainment services, according to a filing with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. So, number one, who? Number two, the bluest of blue hells. And number three, was just Wesley Isold? I didn't even know there was a group called American Nightmare. I clearly think this is just a cash grab. They're just trying to bleed WWE of money because they're probably looking for attention and they're probably not making a lot of album sales, and homeboy is broke. By the way, if I'm not mistaken, didn't they trademark the American Nightmare and not American Nightmare? See, ladies and gentlemen, that is a big difference. If you go and look at the actual trademark, I think it says the American Nightmare. They're never saying American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. They're saying the American Nightmare. Big difference. Big difference. So, based off of that alone, I have a good feeling that this is not going to go anywhere. And he's just wasting his money. And even if he had a case, let's just say for some reason he somewhat has a point where, look, I had this first and WWE has to pay him a share. Do you really want to go to court with WWE? Because they will fight you. They will fight you. So here's what's getting ready to happen. One or two things is going to work. He's going to realize that he has no fight because they didn't trademark American Nightmare. They trademarked the American Nightmare. Or to make him shut the hell up, the WWE will buy the rights to American Nightmare. They will buy the rights, pay him his money because he clearly needs it. No one gives a fuck about his group. And then he'll go away. Because that's exactly what he's looking for. He's looking for money. They'll probably buy him out of his rights, and then we'll move on. But that's what I'm saying. Like, even if you had a case, like, what are you gonna do? You actually think WWE is gonna let you take away American Nightmare from Cody Rhodes? Boy, you must be tripping. They is tripping. Speaking of tripping, MVP Montel Vontavious Porter, in an interview with K&S WrestleFest. We all know MVP was recently released, but he was speaking about it on this podcast, KNS WrestleFest, where he addressed claims that he called Triple H a racist. Check this out. Here's what MVP said on the podcast. He said the following. It made the rounds that MVP said Triple H was racist. I never said that word. I never said that. You show me the quote or the caption where I said that. Somebody made a comment on my social media about how he books black talent. I just said, you see it. I never said he was racist. That was never anything I said. I just want to make that very clear. Now, my opinion on how he books talent of color, that's a different conversation. Come on, MVP. I hate that he did that. I hate when people they talk out of both sides of their mouth. But whatever. But I never said the man was racist. Hulk Hogan is a racist. He said it himself. I'm a little bit racist. He said that. As far as Triple H, I don't know that he is. I don't know what his motivations are, but I never said he was racist. And I'm beyond tired of wrestlers doing this. When they get caught, they want to backtrack and then they want to try to say that they didn't say certain things. What I meant to say was, no, MVP, you knew exactly what you meant when you first said, you see it. Yeah, he might not have said that Triple H was a racist, but you clearly implied it. You clearly implied that Triple H doesn't like booking black wrestlers, which in turn means you think he's racist. Just come out and say it. Just come out and say you don't think Triple H is racist. You don't think Triple H likes booking black talent. Although, if you look on Raw and SmackDown, you'll know that's not true. Look at all the black talent all over the place. You can argue that maybe he should be booking them stronger, maybe in the world championship scene, but then I would ask you, who right now that's black in WWE could they make a world champion? I'm just trying to figure out, who do you got? Like, the closest thing you got, I guess, is Jey Uso. And he's Samoan. Part Samoan. I don't know. It's just weird to me when I read stuff like that. You see people like MVP who, let's be real, was clearly calling Triple H a racist. But then you see him backtrack. Now, conspiracy theory, I don't know what's going on with him. Usually when wrestlers do this, it's because they're probably not being as successful as they thought they were when they left WWE. Or they regret what they said, and they want to keep the door open, and so they're apologizing. Look, I get it. You ended it on bad terms. You see that it's not doing well for you in terms of your business, in terms of your presentation, in terms of you getting new contracts. Maybe MVP wants to come back, and so he's backtracking. He's like, I never called him a racist now. Although I implied it, I never called him a racist. Okay, buddy. If that's how you want to go about it that way. I would respect him a lot more if he just straight up said, yeah, you know what? I do think that he had his racial tendencies here and there. It's what you believe. It's what you believe. The final piece of news we'll talk about is literally the main focal point of this entire live stream. Next week, well, not even next week, I think on the 25th, which is in 3 weeks. Let me look at it real quick. September 25th, excuse me. Yeah, in 3 weeks. Netflix will premiere a 6-part docuseries. All 6 episodes will be dropped for Vince McMahon's, basically his documentary called Mr. McMahon. This comes from Brandon Thurston of WrestleNomics. He says the following. The upcoming Mr. McMahon docuseries starts by mentioning that most interviews were conducted before Vince McMahon's initial resignation in 2022, his return in 2023, the merger, and the lawsuit filed by Janel Grant. All of which occurred between 2022 and 2024. He then goes on to announce that the actual six-parter will be including, because I didn't think it was going to include this stuff, but it will be including the lawsuit with Janel Grant, his resignation, and the merger on the finale, the final episode. Right here it says, the first episode addresses these events in the opening minutes, and they are revisited in the final episode. He says, after the initial coverage, the docuseries follows a largely linear history of McMahon's life and career, with the sixth and final episode focusing mainly on the Grant lawsuit. Uh-oh. Now, I know the WWE, when they heard that or read that, went, shit. God damn it. Yep. Y'all know what this means, right? Think about it from this perspective. Netflix, as of today, is the largest streaming platform in the world. Large paid streaming platform in the world. YouTube is free. It has the biggest reach out of any streaming service. Billions across the world. Billions. So you already know that when this documentary hits, people are going to be talking about it. People are going to be asking questions, as they should. The main thing that they're going to be asking is, hey, WWE, how long have y'all known about this? And these other NDAs that he has, what's that all about? Because Janel Grant is just one of what? 4 NDAs that he signed? We don't even know what the others are. And we probably will never know. But he's basically going to be in the spotlight again. You already know it's going to get a lot of media attention. And guess who's going to get the brunt of that attention? The WWE. The WWE is going to be asked about Vince McMahon when this docuseries hits. So they better be prepared for it. They better brace for the shitstorm, because it's coming. It's already bad enough that this is airing on Netflix, but keep in mind, WWE Raw is coming to Netflix next year, and this is airing 3 months before it. 3.5 months before it. Man, imagine having a docuseries released just months before your flagship show moves permanently to that same streaming service. And it's a damaging, very damning docuseries. They can't hide from it. And guess what? As much as I love Triple H, as much as I love Stephanie, how did they not know Vince wasn't doing any of this stuff? How do you have plausible deniability about any of this? You mean to tell me none of y'all knew about it? How? Seriously. I mean, Janel Grant, in her lawsuit, named Triple H, named Stephanie. I mean, the entire board fired Vince. They tried to hide it from us. So you can't argue that they didn't know about it. Well, get ready for it. They're going to have to answer it. Is this going to damage WWE's reputation? Are they going to be kicked off of Netflix? No. But you gotta wonder. You gotta wonder, how are they going to prepare for it? Because they better prepare for it. I don't know what's going to be said in this documentary. For all we know, they might just touch on it and then leave it alone. But you gotta remember, this is a new audience. WWE is about to reach a whole new audience that they've never reached before. It's one thing to reach 6 million, 5 million viewers on USA and other TV networks. They're going to be able to reach billions. Their reach is going to be a lot bigger, a lot more than just a few million, right? So this information getting out to that big of a public, they better be ready. They better be ready to take on that shitstorm when it hits. And I mean that. Hopefully they'll be able to handle it. And I think they will. I think at the end of the day, this is nothing new to them. I would think when they signed with Netflix, they were prepped about this beforehand. And I hope and expect that they're ready for that shitstorm when it actually hits. So, we'll see. I don't see this really damaging anything, but I do think this is not something they should just scoff at. They should be ready when the shit hits the fan, if you will. And it is gonna get messy. The first few weeks after the documentary, and yes, we will be doing a review. I will watch it, and I will come up here to give you a review on it. You already know people are gonna be buzzing. They're gonna be talking about it. And that's when WWE needs to be ready for it. That's when they have to be ready to answer the questions. Probably especially for that Bad Blood press conference. Because just the very next week after this premieres, they got Bad Blood. So they're going to have to be ready to answer some questions at the press conference. And then probably for the rest of the year, honestly. So, give me your thoughts about the wrestling news we talked about. If I missed anything like really crazy or anything big, just ask me about it in the post-show live chat discussion, and we'll get it taken care of there. So with that said, SmackDown, the final episode of a Friday Night Smackdown on Fox. Overall, I won't say it was bad, but if you missed it, you'll be alright. I wouldn't recommend going out of your way to see the entire episode. Simply go on YouTube, watch the clip between Cody and Solo, watch a clip of the main event, and then watch Giovanni Vinci's match, which you'll find anywhere, because it literally just went 5 seconds. I'm going to say something that's going to piss y'all off, because I know a lot of you hated it. I didn't. I loved it, and I'll tell you why, but I loved it. SmackDown was live in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, sold out. Packed that thing to the brim. I think every show in Canada this upcoming week is going to be sold out, especially Calgary. They always do good numbers in Canada, especially now. Here comes the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He comes out, does the whole usual shtick. Woo-hoo. He calls out Solo Sikoa. Solo enters the ring, along with the Bloodline in tow. Gets in the ring, asks Cody if he's done playing around and running his mouth, and says he could have beaten him, and he would be world champion at SummerSlam if it wasn't for the OTC, Roman Reigns, and so he deserves a rematch. Rhodes allows that there should be a title defense on next week's season premiere, but he wasn't talking or thinking about Solo. He was thinking about, I love you, Solo! Jacob fought 2. We want Roman chance to pursue. Jacob fought 2, steps forward. Cody says, step up, boy! Solo steps back. Jacob steps up. Very tense moment, because we see Solo step in front of Jacob and go, bro, what you doing? I didn't tell you to step up. I'm your tribal chief. You step your ass back down. And then you see Jacob just looking at Solo like, bro, are you for real right now? And Solo's like, yeah, bitch, step down. This ain't your time. It's my spotlight. He didn't say that, but you get the idea, right? So Jacob does the whole, I love you, Solo! And then puts his hands together, and that was it. But you know where this is going, right? You already see it. You saw the tease. You saw Jacob like, bruh, I'm better than you. And everyone thinks I'm better than you, so why am I listening to you again? But like always, Samoan tradition says as long as Solo is the tribal chief, you have to respect him. And so he stepped down, he stepped back, and Solo caught on to it and said, yo, you're trying to drive a wedge between me and the bloodline. That's not going to work, boy. I'm catching on to you. If you want to fight, we can fight. So as always, he brings in the bloodline. Cody steps back. Here comes DIY. Here comes the Street Profits, 514. Nick Aldis gets inside the ring and says, nah. Not today. Y'all not going to fight. Y'all fight next week. Main event. Premiere episode on USA Network. Inside a steel cage. Bum, bum, bum. Steel cage, Solo, Cody. Thank you. I'm so happy we're not doing this at Bad Blood. That would have pissed me off. So it looks like we're going to be, I guess, setting up 2 matches for Bad Blood. I can assure you Roman Reigns is showing up. So we'll probably do Roman and Solo for Bad Blood. And then Cody will probably be attacked or helped by Kevin Owens. And then Kevin will attack him to set up their rematch for Bad Blood. So that's going to be fun. Very fun. So there's that. That's how they open things up. Tiffany Stratton is backstage with Pretty Deadly. Nia Jax walks in and was like, hey, were you trying to cash in on me last week? And Tiffany's like, no. Like, why would I do that? Like, no. And Nia Jax, okay, just being sure. Oh, by the way, I heard that you're having a match against Bayley tonight. I'm gonna help you like you tried to help me last week. I got you. Uh-oh. So, Bayley versus Tiffany Stratton. Match was good. Tiffany, like I said, you can say what you want about her character. I myself am not a fan of her on the mic or when she's talking or her character. But excellent wrestler. Always thought that this was a really good match. She ends up losing when Nia Jax screws her over. But she'll play it up like, oh, my bad. I didn't mean to do that. I see you, Nia. We on to you. Bayley beats her, and I guess that puts her back in the conversation to fight Nia again for the women's world title, or the women's championship, the WWE Women's Championship. I don't know, the title that she got. God damn it. Backstage, we see a distraught Kevin Owens after he lost to Cody at Bash in Berlin, confronted by A-Town Down Under. That's Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. They confront him. They're like, haha, you lost, loser. You're a lehu. Zahar. And then he said, oh, you think I'm a loser? You think that's funny? Ha ha ha. Fight me, bitch. Matter of fact, why don't we see who really has issues with people? Since you guys think I have an issue with Cody, we're going to test your relationship, Austin, Grayson. You guys fight me in a triple threat and see if you guys get along. Tonight. God damn it. So, that's what happened. Kevin Owens, Austin Theory, Grayson Waller. The match was a match. And for the most part, yeah, they got along. There was no real tease of them breaking up. Austin and Grayson just end up fighting Kevin. And Kevin won the match. But Austin and Grayson beat him. And so next week, it'll be Kevin and a partner of his choosing, Randy Orton, versus A-Town Down Under. It's going to be Randy Orton, clearly. We'll see where that one goes. But they're teasing the hell out of Austin and Grayson breaking up. Eventually, it's got to go somewhere. And I'm assuming Austin Theory will be the babyface. Will that work? Will Austin Theory work as a babyface? I don't know. We're going to figure it out. Legado del Fantasma cuts a promo about Angel Garza and Humberto Carrillo winning last week. And he says, winners don't get victories. Winners make victories happen. It's instilled in your DNA. God damn it. And yeah, that was about it. And then the best part of the show, Giovanni Vinci. This man has been hyped up for a full month. They've been hyping this man since the beginning of August. He's coming to SmackDown. And I'm sitting here going, okay, let's see where this goes. Well, he's rich and looking good. All right, what do I say? We see Apollo Crews inside the ring. Apollo Crews didn't get an entrance. Giovanni is taking off his clothes very gingerly, smiling, big hubris. The bell rings, ding, ding, ding. Here comes Apollo Crews. Crucifix pin, 1, 2, 3. Apollo beats Giovanni Vinci. in 3 seconds. Really 5 seconds, but 3 seconds. Giovanni's like, what? Wait, I wasn't ready. Said Team Morella. I wasn't ready. Love it. I loved it. And I knew it was going to piss people off. Why would you have him debut and lose? That doesn't make any sense. I don't get it. Right? Like, this is great. This is how you get him over. Timeout. Let's just pause for a minute. Think about who this is. This is Giovanni Vinci, right? This is a great wrestler. But outside of that, what is special about him? He was part of Imperium. But ultimately, like, there's nothing about him that would make people care to watch him other than just being a good wrestler. So how do you change that? You give him a character. And so to me, this loss is a great setup to do what? Build a character. Build a reason for fans to care about him. Character development. And quite frankly, we don't do this enough. I miss the days where people got over through losing, through being jobbers. Santino Marella is still to this day my favorite jobber. Before they overpushed him and it got ridiculous. Then I hated him. But when he first got in, remember when he first got in, he won the IC title and everyone was like, what? And then they just felt like it was too soon for that. And then they just turned him into a jobber. And when they booked him like a jobber, a straight loser that lost all his matches, he was literally one of the best parts of WWE. He got over through losing. You know who else got over through losing? Chelsea Green. Everyone loves Chelsea. How did she debut? She entered the Royal Rumble and got tossed out in a second. She got over through losing. You can get over through losing. It's all about the follow-up. I mean, think about it this way. Now you're going to be wondering, okay, well, is he going to win the next match? No, he won't. He'll lose that one too, probably. But that's his gimmick. His gimmick is the character. How you get him over is through the character. Now, eventually, over time, he'll get more offense and then he'll start winning. But why not make people care through him being a loser? Would you rather him just start winning? And also, think about it this way. Who does he beat? If Giovanni Vinci went in there and just beat Apollo Crews, what would that have done? What would that have done? Nothing. You wouldn't give a fuck. You wouldn't be talking about him right now. But I like the fact that he went in there and lost. Because now it's like, all right, well, he's got to come back and win the next time, right? And then you do the storyline where he keeps losing because of his hubris. And then over time, he gets a little bit more offense, and then he gets a little bit closer to that victory. And then when he does get the victory, it'll probably be one of those fluke victories where he ends up winning a title. I'm sorry, like, people just jump to conclusions way too much. I like the fact that he lost. Let's see where it goes. Someone said it's poetic that he lost in 5 seconds and Kofi Kingston lost in 7 seconds. I don't think that was the reason. That might be. But I still like the fact that they had him lose. It's great for character development. Let's see where it goes. I will say this. Apparently, WrestleVotes did report that key figures in the WWE creative team, did not like this direction. The word used was hated the direction that they chose for Giovanni Vinci. We'll see how it ends up, man. Look, I'm all about protecting talent. I'm all about making sure everyone looks great. What is wrong with having a talent get over through losing? Develop your character through losing. Let's see where it goes. If in the next month or so, nothing comes from this, I'll come up here and say, you guys are right. It was shit. But for me, I love this. I thought this was great. What happened to getting over through losing? Yes, kayfabe-wise, wrestlers should want to win more than lose. That's the point. That's the point. The whole character aspect works for this because he's egotistical and he thinks he's more popular and looks better than what he really is. Don't worry. Let's see how it plays out. I think over time, you guys will come to like it. Just give it a shot. Give it some time to breathe. I think we'll be okay. L.A. Knight. Yeah. Comes out. Talks about defending his U.S. title. How he hits it and quits it. Yeah. He's interrupted by Carmelo Hayes, who says, I should be fighting for the title. Interesting. And then also interrupted by Andrade. Andrade El Idolo. Interesting. Andrade gets inside the ring. They both talk about how I beat him, so give me a title. And Andrade's like, no, I beat you. And then LA Knight's like, I'm not going to be in the middle of your little love spat. So when you guys figure out who's the better man in this feud, y'all can come after me for the U.S. title. Right? And then Andrade gets in LA Knight's face. And then LA Knight hits him with the blunt force trauma, the BFT. Carmelo's like, ha ha! And LA Knight, you can get one too. Boom! BFT, and lays them both out. So you already know what this sets up. This best of 5, best of 7 series between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes is going to lead to a U.S. championship match against LA Knight. Yeah! So, if it was up to me, I would really consider doing Carmelo Hayes and Andrade. If they do a 7th match, I would do that 7th match at Bad Blood. The finals of the 7th match. If they go to a 7th match, do it at Bad Blood and let them just tear it up. They deserve a pay-per-view because they are really good. Both of them are really good talents. They might end up doing a triple threat, but they still deserve to end their best of 5, best of 7 series at the pay-per-view. So they're doing the 5th match next week. If they really wanted to, they can do 2 more matches. They can do 1 more match after that, and then do the final match at Bad Blood. If you really wanted to, they could do that, and it would work. So we'll see what they do. Let's see here. Michan meets Chelsea Green backstage, and Chelsea Green runs her mouth, and then Chelsea Green gets thrown into a match with Michan. Oh no! Why did you do that, Chelsea? So Chelsea's fighting Michan. We are in her home country. She is Canadian. So I'm thinking, all right, well, this is just a nice spot for her to lose to Mia Yim. No! That's not what happened. Michan gets attacked by Piper Niven, and Chelsea Green hits the Unprettier. Is that what it's called? Is it called the Unprettier? Kill switch? No, they're calling it the Unprettier. Cool. And ends up pinning Michan. Chelsea Green got a win? What? Yeah, she got a victory. Congrats, Chelsea Green. Good for you. And then the main event was that 8-man tag, the Bloodline taking on DIY and Street Profits. Chaotic match. The highlight of the match, of course, was Jacob Fatu. Jacob Fatu was a burst, and he basically ran through everybody. And won the match for his team. Now, Solo got the pinfall on Montez Ford, of course, but still, Jacob Fatu was the highlight. Just beat everybody up. And the show ends with the Bloodline standing tall, throwing them fingers in the air. And that was it. Like I said, SmackDown was meh. All it was just setting up next week. Next week's show is going to be a big one. I am very excited for the premiere episode on USA. You got that steel cage match with Cody. You got, of course, Andrade and Carmelo. The return of Roman Reigns. That alone is basically making it worth it. And you know Roman is going to interfere in that steel cage match to help Cody win. And then we're going to get a setup with Kevin Owens and Cody somehow. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where they go with all of these stories going into next week. I'm just happy we're moving off of Fox. Good riddance to Fox. I'm over Fox. Are you over Fox? You should be, goddammit. Because I am. There you go. That's my review of SmackDown. Not gonna spend too much of your time here. let's go ahead and move things along to the live chat. Give me your thoughts on what we talked about, the news items, the review of Smackdown, and all other stuff. How we feeling about WWE right now? Let's see here. It looks like everybody's happy that we're moving away from Fox. Good. No one cares about Fox. Good riddance to Fox. Nah, 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 nah. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye, Fox. Let's see here. Big Orange, Garfield says, I was there live for that Fox premiere. Everyone was disgusted after that Kofi squash. All I could hear walking out of the arena was people talking about how disappointed they were that they came. Man, WWE used to be so goddamn bad. It used to be so bad. It was a long period of time, from like 2017 to about 2022, until Vince McMahon left. The worst shows to watch were Raw and SmackDown. They were bad, so I'm sorry you dealt with that, buddy. You had certain instances here and there where they were good, but for the most part, the shows were awful. Let's see here. Hologram impresses me. Very seamlessly athletic. Hologram. Oh, you're watching AEW Collision. I forgot that was airing during SmackDown. Did anybody watch Collision? Who won the Fatal 4-Ways? The Fatal 4-Ways. Who won the 3 matches to get into the Fatal 4-Way Continental match? We got Right Hand Cam, YouTube member Right Hand Cam, saying he didn't watch SmackDown, but he's here. Well, glad to see you here, Mr. Right Hand Cam. People like me calling him Garfield. Alright, well, your name is Garfield now. Zach Dyer, are you the guy that talked about Chris Benoit 12 years ago? Did I talk about Chris Benoit 12 years ago? Yeah, I mean, look, Chris Benoit is someone that's controversial. I am someone that does go back and watch Chris Benoit matches, and I will still say he was a great wrestler. But I'm never, ever going to tell anyone to respect him because of what he did. People want to say fuck the guy for how he ended his life. Hey, it is what it is. It sucks that it's a tragedy at the end of the day, but what he did was unforgivable. He took the life of his child and his wife and then killed himself. Brain damage or not, that's horrible. You can't defend that. Odyssey Jones was in catering all of 2023, then he got TV time a few weeks ago just to get himself fired over some DV allegations. I'm telling you, man, that's unbelievable. But like people were saying, it could just be an Enzo Amore situation where, okay, he got false allegations and the WWE acted too soon. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. Oh, the Cody Rhodes American Nightmare lawsuit. Yeah, it's stupid. It's stupid. They'll probably end up paying him off if he does have a case. Oh, the MVP story. I'm sorry, MVP knows what he was doing. Dawsey Chatham has the best analogy. MVP says, I didn't burn dinner. I just slightly overcooked it. I didn't push you in the pool. I just slightly used force to push you forward, and you just so happened to fall in the pool. But I didn't push you. Jesus Christ almighty. Now let me see here. Yeah, the Vince McMahon documentary is going to be nuts. Netflix is going to cook big with this. Yeah, they're going to make a lot of money off of it. Faith Jones, they better tell the whole truth on his behind. Oh no, it's going to be all factual evidence, apparently. They're going to be talking about all aspects of his life. Oh man. Dwayne Sweetney they knew, but they were being paid in hush money. I don't think that's... I don't even think it was hush money. I think they're just being loyal. It's their father, and so they were trying to protect him, which was the wrong thing to do. Like, they tried to tell him to retire and leave, and we'll keep this under wraps. WWE should be scared when this goes out on September 25th. Tell me about it. Tell me about it. Chris Wrestling Views, good to have you here, Chris. He says, Jacob's babyface turn is going to be epic. Oh, here's the thing. I think when Jacob turns, it's not going to be a face turn. It's going to be a turn on Solo, and I think he'll end up becoming the heel, like the leader of this savage bloodline over Solo. And I think Solo will go back to being a babyface, or he'll turn babyface to join Roman. Let's see here. Nia versus Tiffany can happen. Oh yeah, Nia versus Tiffany is going to be a very good match. And I think Tiffany would turn babyface against Nia. Chris Wrestling Views, Nia seems she's just trying to keep the title warm for somebody. Oh yeah. It's funny, like when I had Nia Jax winning the championship, I had the idea in mind that she was only winning it to put someone over. And the person I had in mind for her to put over was Jade Cargill. But it's looking like they're going to have Tiffany Stratton be that person, because that's what they're setting up right now. And that's fine. Let's see here. How we feel about Giovanni Vinci? Kofi Kingston had 7 seconds from Brock Lesnar, and now Giovanni got beat under 5 seconds. Again, there's that correlation. That probably could be the case why he did it tonight, but at the same time, I don't think that is. I think it's simply because they're trying to develop his character. But people didn't like it. Wrestlers should care about winning, not losing. I mean, yeah, from a kayfabe standpoint, you should want to win, but wrestlers who are smart, like Chelsea Green, knows she can stand out in losing than winning. You gotta be a team player, bro. So let's see what Giovanni Vinci can do with this. I think he'll make it work. I think he can make it work. Yeah, it's all about the character development. You get it, Ultra Shadow. You get it. Joker from Persona 5 hopes SmackDown gets better than the USA Network. Oh, it will. It won't be censored as badly. Uh-oh. Is that who I think it is? Ladies and gentlemen, show your love for A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. And also, let's give a very special birthday shout out to Queen B. B from A&B Combos. Hey, B, happy birthday. I hope you celebrate it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Hey. Hope you celebrate it and have a good time. Show your love to A&B Combos and happy birthday to B. Yeah, screw Fox. I see you guys showing love to A&B already. I love it. King Tyler in the building. What's good, King Tyler? Nice to see you here, Mr. King Tyler. Thank y'all for keeping A&B company. It's always good to see this stuff. But yeah, happy birthday to B. Yeah, y'all, that's basically it. When is the Vince documentary dropping? It's dropping on September 25th on Netflix. So let me give you the date for that. The day, I think, is Wednesday. The last week of September on Wednesday, basically. So, okay, the week before Bad Blood, if anything else. Charlotte will beat Nia so Tiffany can cash in on Charlotte. Probably. Shit, that would be hilarious. That's hilarious. Alright, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and dip here. Thank you all so much for joining me for this lovely live stream. I hope you guys had a great time. We will be back up here tomorrow night for AEW's, if I'm not mistaken, All Out pay-per-view. And by the way, the International Super Chat Championship will be on the line. 3 Diglets will be defending his belt. And hopefully, he'll be able to keep it and keep defending it, or maybe we will be, damn it, crowning a new champ. But we'll have to find out. Bleep, just pulled a Porky Pig there for a second. But we'll see. We'll definitely see who's going to come for the belt, and maybe we'll find out, ladies and gentlemen. We will definitely find out if Three Diglets can be a long-term 3 belts champ, because he's holding the WWE World Championship, the World Super Chat Championship. He's holding the A&B Combo Super Chat Championship, and now he's holding the AEW. Is it a bit too much for him? We'll find out. When you come for the king, you best not miss. So, all right, that's tomorrow. Other than that, the next time you see me for WWE will be on Monday, the season premiere on USA Network, and then next week, Saturday, for the SmackDown season premiere. And so, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thank you for making me a part of yours. As you file out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. Love you all. And I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. The place it is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Happy birthday, B. A&B Combos. Catch you around. Mod Squad, good job tonight. See you all later. Peace. When you're